Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to the language that's figurative, otherwise known as figurative language, and let's do a quick review. So for the simile, do you remember what that is? It's a direct comparison between two dissimilar things using the words, you got it, like, or as. Now remember, the more dissimilar, the better. We do not want to make literal comparisons. So from the other lesson, again, comparing homework to a rising tide is not a good thing. It's too much. It's taking over. It's going to drown us. And again, now we have this willow tree that is just bouncing away like a shaggy, energetic dog. It's friendly. It's not menacing. It's a really lovely, wonderful thing. And the metaphor, you got it. It's direct. There is no like or as. It's just two dissimilar things. And one more time, the more dissimilar, the better. Nobody wants to sleep in a hard, cold bed. That would be brutal. And I know this one we struggle with, but if you're that player who people think of you that way, you are just boom, 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 every shot. You're hit and you win. It's a beautiful thing. All right, figurative language part 2. This is what's new. Okay. Personification. The key is in that word. Personification. Right there. That's what you want to keep in mind. Person. We're giving human traits to these non-human things, and animals we typically exclude from this in order to create a strong idea and emotion. So again, we're not comparing two things. We're just giving, usually an inanimate object, human traits that is not literally possible. So we have to stretch our imagination. The clock laughed at the students. About 2 minutes before the end of the day, has anyone looked up at the clock? Okay, it feels like it's mocking you. And if you're been a long time since we've been in the hallways, but if you've been in the hallways, and that bell is screaming at you, you know you've got to go, 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 go. Keep that in mind. So, your turn. The thermometer shivered all through the night. We'll pause and get a couple examples from you when we're ready. Next. The scarf clenched its fingers around my neck. Yikes. Scarves don't have fingers. But if we're thinking figuratively, we'll hear what you have to say. The fireworks brightly danced in the sky. I like that. Versus, the fireworks torched the night sky, leaving a path of destruction. Boo, scary. All right, now we're going to move on. Here are some visual images of this, and I'm just going to walk you through this quickly. We know that lungs don't have faces, and we know that lungs don't smoke. But look, if we're personifying lungs, we have a happy, cheerful, healthy lung versus a very sickly, sweaty, unhappy lung because it smokes. Simple message. Don't smoke. Perhaps you'll like this one. Now that is a clever use of personification. You're going to answer a question about that in just a minute. Hyperbole. Not hyperbole, not hyperbole, hyperbole. This one is very common, but we just forget this name. It's the use of exaggeration or overemphasis, meaning we are emphasizing to such a degree that there's no way it could literally be true. It would be absurd for effect. So, we're looking for a hyperbolic expression, or simply put, an example of hyperbole. Here's one. I have a ton of homework. No, you don't. In fact, if you, even during regular school, you put your entire backpack on the scale, it might weigh maybe close to 20 pounds if you have everything in there. I could sleep forever. No, you can't. That cannot literally happen. You'd die because you would have no food if you slept forever. No way. could do visual ones. These are things people say all the time. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. No, you can't. You would die. Your body would explode if you tried to put the entire horse in you. And here's another nice one. Feet are not violent. They're not menacing. They're not going to jail. They just hurt. But that's an extreme exaggeration that should get a smile. So I'm going to have you answer a question now. And now we move on to Onomatopoeia. For fun word to know, hard word to spell. Here we go. If you remember, this is when the words make the sound they represent. It's figurative. We imagine it. We hear it. Things like buzz, clang, bang, screech, bam, pow, ding. All of those words make the sound that they are supposed to represent. And the visual ones work best of all. Wait for it. Wait for it. Gotta love Batman, the master of onomatopoeia. There'll be more. Stay tuned.